Y'all people out there talking about that they brought the sea onto the land. Y'all been listening to the wrong teachers, and y'all put y'all's trust in the wrong people, and you didn't actually do your own research. You just parrot the same thing everybody else says. You regurgitate. Now, look at this. It says in Luke v. Lyde, 97 English Reporter 614. This is from 1759. This is before the foundation of the country. Maritime law is not the law of a particular country, but the general law of nations. How many times have you heard of the phrase international law? 12 Holdsworth Supra 102 at 626 and 27. English law considers Admiralty as raising issues of international law. And then they cite the Federalist number 80 at 538, Alexander Hamilton, Jacob E. Cook, 1961. Maritime causes generally depend upon the law of nations. Wilson's work, Supra 75 at 279, another branch of the law of nations, which has also become peculiarly important by the extension of commerce, is the law of maritime. And that's 3-story Supra 91, section 1664 to 531. Admiralty cases raises many questions of international law, stressing that Admiralty jurisdiction was given to federal courts because it relates to the law of nations and affects diplomacy and foreign commerce. Admiralty is considered a distinct body of law, quasi-international in character, therefore it required uniform development by federal courts. Admiralty jurisdiction ought to be given wholly to the national government as it relates to cases not within the jurisdiction of particular states. The first Congress granted federal courts exclusive jurisdiction in Admiralty cases. See Judiciary Act of 1789, Chapter 20, Section 9, 1 Stat 73, 76, and 77. See, y'all are out there talking about they brought the sea onto the land and you don't even understand it. It's sitting here telling you, they're telling you in the Constitution, Admiralty jurisdiction and maritime law. So what is it? It's called commerce. And which branch of government has the right to regulate commerce? Now, what does that say? Article 1, Section 8, Clause 3. Congress shall have power to regulate commerce with foreign nations and among the several states and with the Indian tribes. Sounds like it's not law of the sea. Well, Articles of Confederation, that's part of the organic laws. Look at that, Articles of Confederation 1777. Article 4. The better to secure and perpetuate mutual friendship and intercourse among the people of the different states in this union, free inhabitants of each state, paupers, vagabonds, and fugitives from justice expected, shall be entitled to all privileges and immunities of free citizens in the several states, and the people of each state shall have free ingress and regress to and from any other state, and shall enjoy therein all the privileges, they don't call it a right, privileges of trade and commerce, subject to the same duties, impositions, and restrictions as the inhabitants thereof, respectively. See, look at that. They sit there and tell you this is about commerce. And y'all are out there talking law of the sea. And it's kind of amusing. Look at that, Article 9. The United States in Congress assembled shall have the sole exclusive right and power determining on peace and war, except in cases mentioned in the 6th article of sending and receiving ambassadors, entering into treaties and alliances, provided that no treaty of commerce shall be made whereby the legislative power of the respective states shall be restrained from imposing such imposts and duties on foreigners. See, the states had their commerce, their own Admiralty jurisdiction, their nations. That's when in the governmental styles manual it says what? Nationalities. But y'all are still touting the same old BS stuff about law of the sea. It's not. It's international law under commerce. Now, I talked about organic laws. Now, look at this, the definition of organic law. One, the body of laws, as in a constitution that define and establish a government. Well, isn't that interesting? So the organic laws of this country is called the Constitution, the Articles of Confederation, 1777, and the Ordinance of 1787, the Northwest Ordinance. And yes, they're all three in force and effect. Y'all are out there saying crap, bottom line.